I know you are aware of the videos that we did on the 125th Street with me, Brother Natural Tahuti, and a few other people. Do you see yourself, your makeup, better than the white man or the white race? Do you see your gene a superior gene?
Oh shit. How do you think Professor Larry will deal with this question? I never thought that he would finally agree with Natu Tahuti.
Well, here's the thing, right? Biologically, right? You have to go by the environment, right? And in a given environment, the genes that I possess are beneficial to me more so than they would be to the pale skinned people of the planet, right? Now, when you go into the colder environments, right, their pale skin is more suited to that environment than our melanated skin, right? So to say that one is superior to the other, now you're gonna have to include factors. You understand? Because you see white people walking around in winter with t-shirts on. Your ass be having on a coat, a hat, a hood, long johns, sweatsuits, right? And still be freezing. And they be walking around with t-shirts on, looking at you like, damn, buddy, having a nice day? You understand? And in the summertime, they ass be frying like eggs. And we be walking around sweating, looking cool. So it depends. Let's not fall victim to the same asinine mentality that they have.
So now, I finally found something that you and Tahuti can agree on.
What?
Well, you agree with Tahuti.
What? That, whoa.
Yeah.
That one time. Listen,
See,
listen.
nah, brother.
That's not what I'm saying.
Brother,
That's not what I'm saying.
You just put it in a different way.
Yeah,
that's
well,
all. But
whatever.
you still, it's nothing wrong with agreeing with your brother.
Listen, I ain't
you
concerned
agree
with
with your brother.
I'm not
There's
concerned
nothing wrong
with that. I'm not concerned with that. What I'm saying is this, right? right? Back to the top, right? When you look at the natural world, okay? And family, please do this, right? Take a minute to really examine other cultures. You see the children in the cultures mostly with the women until they reach a certain age. Then you see the boys with the men, right? And you don't see the boys with the women when they reach a certain age, because there are things that boys need to learn from men that they cannot learn from women. Boys are going to become men. That's something you have to learn to be. It's not, you're a male. You're not naturally a man. This is how you got gay dudes running around, okay? They're not men. They're males. There's a difference. Don't think a penis makes a man. That don't make a man. That makes a male, okay? That's biology. Being a man is psychology. There's a difference, right? And these are the things that you learn through the matriculation of culture. And that's something that was broken. That chain was broken in us. When you look at, let's take this clown, Mitt Romney, that's running for president, right? But when you look at Mitt Romney, you look at a father's son. So when you look at his sons, right? And they asked him, well, are your sons gonna go into the military? He said, oh, they're serving their country by helping me get elected. You understand? He don't want his sons to go off and die. He want his sons to become him. He look at him, his father was a governor, he was a governor. You understand? Now, when you look at examples that you know. Let me give you a couple of examples that you know to establish the major premise here, right? You look at Eddie Levert. That's one of the singers for the OJs. And you look at his sons, Gerald Levert, right? And I think Sean Levert, right? They became singers. Gerald even sound like his father, right? When you look at lawyers, right? Their children become lawyers, right? You look at doctors, their children become doctors, right? You look at I don't know, drug kingpins, their children become drug kingpins. You understand? You look at mob figures, their children become mob figures. In other words, the imprint in your life is the model that you step into. And not 100% of the time, but enough of the time to form communities where you see the blacksmith, his son is the damn blacksmith. The town, whatever, the town clown, his son is telling jokes. You understand? So my only point is that there's something broken in us, and we know where it happened at.
So let me ask you this while I got you here, brother.
What do you think about the voting process in America? Why vote? That's what a lot of people say. What is voting going to do to get me out of this condition? Can voting free you? This is something that you need to think about, family. I want to know, can voting make life better for you, Professor Larry?
I hear you so many times saying that it is important for our people to get out there and vote.
Absolutely.
Now, when our people hear you say these things,
They be saying
like the so-called black militants that's out there that say, man, ain't no freedom in voting. Why are you telling our people to vote? I want you to look the camera in the eye and you tell them what's the importance. They say our ancestors didn't die for our people to get the right to vote.
Listen to this. The fact that politics don't seem to work for us is our fault, right? The reason it's our fault is because we can look and see politics working for other groups.
That's right.
You understand? And the thing that the other groups do that we don't do is form political organizations with the express purpose of using the vote to accomplish our goals. We want that politician to support whatever community development that we have going. We need funding for that, right? They don't want to support it. We're going to vote that ass out of office, right? We're going to put somebody that we choose into office that's going to support what we need done. This is what these communities are doing. This is what we're not doing. What we're doing is we're acting like Master gonna get upset if we vote. You understand? Master dead. No more Master, right? What you have to do is you have to look at how other communities are controlling their own economics, right? And controlling their own economics and environment insofar as they don't really support businesses that come into their communities that aren't a part of those communities. But when you look in our quote-unquote communities, and the quote goes on to our, not the communities, right? When you put these communities under close scrutiny, what you find is that anybody from anywhere could come into those communities and open a business, and you flock to that business to support it. But if a certain sector of your own society opens a business there, you don't really support that business the same way, right? And you say, well, his prices are higher, right? That's because your participation is lower. You understand? So it's harder for those businesses to pay their rent. Now, we don't conspire with each other, right? Which is a problem. In other communities, they actually do conspire with each other. When they see a member of their community opening a business, they stop by. When you're gonna open? Well, we're gonna come. We're gonna patronize your business. The stuff that we were buying from that other group of people, we're gonna buy it from you. They actually do that. We don't do that. So there's no reinvestment in our own community. You understand?
So why do you think that is?
Well, first of all, we
and why do you think it wasn't important for you to be at the House of Consciousness anniversary to make that statement in front of them hundreds of people that would have listened to you, brother?
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. It's not that it wasn't important, right? You know what I was doing. I was dealing with my wife. She's getting ready to leave. She's in London now. Right? Well, she's on a plane right now, flying on her way to London, right? But what I'm saying is that we kind of see, we have forgotten that there are different levels of our people here, okay? This is one of the reasons why I have a problem with that we were king shit. You understand? We were kings and queens, childishness, right? I have a problem with that because we fail to really grasp that there has always been different levels of our people. Somebody was sweeping the temples. You understand? When the king was walking through, or the priest was walking through, somebody was sweeping up behind him. That wasn't the king sweeping the floor. You understand? That wasn't the king drawing on the temples, on the walls. The king didn't do that. You understand? So my thing is that, see, because we lost that tribalism, right? We claim diverse cultures. We claim the Khoisan, right? The so-called Bushmen. We claim them as ancestors, and we claim the pharaohs. Totally different places, totally different spaces, totally different DNA. You understand? My thing is that our ancestors come from Western Africa, right? Not Northeast Africa, right? Western Africa. And when they skip over Yoruba culture, Igbo culture, Wolof culture, when they skip over Ewe culture, Ashanti culture, Fanti culture, when they skip over that, right? And they just jump back and say, oh, Ma'at. You understand? Nah, see, you it's like you jumping back to the ancient times, and there's a whole like thousands and thousands of years of people between that, right? So how you gonna just claim them and just dismiss the rest, right? The people that's acting crazy in West Africa, you're more related to them than you are to the people in ancient Kemet. When you look at the people in Western Africa today, Nigeria specifically, and you look at the way that they treat each other, right? You see black on black crime, right? When you look at the way you treat each other here, you see black on black crime, right? But when you look at ancient Kemet, I don't see no evidence of no black on black crime. What I'm talking about, when I show you, you seen the clips I put up on Nigeria?
All right, is there anything else you want to say before we roll?
Oh, come on, let's roll. Right. But yo, you see the clips I put up on Nigeria?
Nah.
You see the way they kill each other? The fact that the chain was broken, right? So that son never learned from father, right? And when you look at a whole lot of our brothers, they thinking mama. You understand?
Right.
This is something that was deliberately done, man. They deliberately got the older males away from the younger males, so the older males couldn't teach the younger males how to be men. They learned women ways, and they still have a lot of women ways, man. You understand? A lot of dudes got women ways, and that don't mean that they're gay. That mean that they were raised around women and they were imprinted by women. So you see women characteristics in their behavior, their mannerisms, and their reactions to things, which is why a lot of them, they have, man, they be having the most ridiculous damn conflicts, and they're not manly conflicts. It's like women fighting because it starts over gossip and it spreads like wildfire and it results in gunfire. You understand? This is crazy. And the fact that a lot of these older brothers that's running around, they done made a bunch of babies and they weren't there for those babies, and now those babies is running around acting crazy and they scared to even talk to them. They can't like scold them or sit them down because the kids don't have no respect for them, because they weren't there providing that man model that would generate that respect. Shit is crazy, man. It's crazy. And you look at other cultures, man, and you see the cohesion, right? And you say, well, damn, why we can't be like that? There is something missing. And even when you look at populations of our people here, right, where they have it, you see the difference. You can see the difference. You understand? You look at communities where the fathers are present, where the men are active in what's going on, and you see the difference. You know, we're not all the same people here, son. You know, and it's not as simple as
What about right here in America?
That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. We're not all the same people here in America. Are you kidding me? We never were the same people, son. That's why we need to come together and form ourselves into a people. We would never, this is what I mean when I say we are what we have been made to be, right? And it changes. This is what I mean when I say it changes. You mean African American, Negro, black, colored. You understand? It changes, and at the same time, it stays the same. Every time it changes, it don't never stop being nigga. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Looking forward, looking backwards, looking sideways. No matter what. Even when you look at the brothers, the Black Panther brothers, right? The BLA brothers, the Muslim brothers, the 5% brothers, the Guards, right? The consciousness movement. When you look at all of these people, right? No matter what they calling themselves, if they calling themselves ancient Kemetic names, if they calling themselves Arab names, thinking they Muslim names, if they calling themselves Christian names, no matter what they calling themselves, they still call themselves nigga. So now, if you saying you making a positive change in your life, and you say, well, my name is not Percy anymore. My name is Hakeem now, right? Yo, Hakeem, yo, what's up, my nigga? Yo, what's up, nigga? How you been? How the fuck did you make a positive change? If you stopped being Percy to be Hakeem, but you stayed a nigga. How is it that everything in the natural world evolves, goes through a metamorphosis whereby which it develops into a more capable, stronger form of life, right? And it evolves, goes through a metamorphosis whereby which it develops into a more capable, stronger form of life, right? And you remain a nigga. The lowest on the civil, economic, political ladder in America. And there's no evolution. From generation to generation. We see, and you even see this amongst our people here, son. That they'll tell you, we were having a good time till the niggas came. No, I hope no niggas show up. You understand? So we make the distinction between the negative and the positive, but at the same time, like I told you before, it's marketed. That negative market appeal is attractive. You know, don't do that, and you want to do it because people don't want you to do it. You know, that natural rebellious impulse, right? But when you look at what our warriors have been reduced to, when you look at how our warriors engage in the ancient art of combat, right? They rap battle. They rap battle. There's no ancient kung fu, no African jiu-jitsu, no military maneuvers, no war games. They rap battle, right? So when you look at what has become of the descendants of the slaves, the young warriors who would have been trying to liberate themselves, they rap battle. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with rap battle as a cultural phenomenon. What I'm saying is that we're not forming into intentional groups with the purpose of accomplishing short-term goals that we can measure by witnessing the accomplishment of them, not theoretical goals that, well, our people are gonna overcome one day. That's a theoretical goal. We can have short-term goals like we want to take over the businesses in this community, and we can actually stop doing business with the businesses in this community until the businesses that's here leave. You understand? That's something that can actually be done, but we don't do that because the so-called leaders that we have are part of the establishment, and they seek to be a part of the establishment. And if you seek to be the part of the establishment, the last thing you're going to do is try to overthrow it.
All right,
You just want to be down.